everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to talk about Luminar Network, what it is, why we built it, and why we believe it's an important piece of decentralized internet. Starting from Luminar's intro, we will be talking about VMS and its implementation, market opportunities, and our plans, why we chose Bittensor community, and most importantly, what's next for Luminar. But before we get into technical stuff, let me quickly introduce the peoples behind this project. Starting from myself, hello again. This is Rizula Mishane. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Luminar Network.
Hello everyone, this is Varshan Sarma as a Chief Business Officer and co-founder of the Luminar.
Hello everyone, this is Iksha Subba. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer. I come from a business background with a strong interest in marketing, and hence I'm here taking this role at Luminar.
Hello everyone, I am Luminar Dev, a computer engineer. I've been working on active causal inference, RM, and agentic systems for about 3 years. I'm really excited to be part of the project as a CTO.
Hi there, I'm Simon Pandey and I'm the lead dev at Luminar.
So, little about me. I've been on Web3 space for about 3 years now. When I first started thinking about Luminar, the idea was actually much simpler than what it is today. Well, back then, Luminar was supposed to be a platform that could give real-time neighborhood safety scores. Well, the idea was to analyze how many crimes had been reported in an area and then generate a real-time safety score so people could quickly understand how safe a neighborhood was. It was more of a community safety information system back then. And around the late 2024, I met Erlich through my friend circle, and at that time I was still very new to the Web3 space, so he helped me a lot to understand how this ecosystem works. And during one of our conversation, I shared the Luminar idea with him. He listened to it and he suggested that if we really wanted to build something impactful, then we should add like AI to it and also make it decentralized. And instead of just creating a safety score platform, we started thinking a little different, a system that could analyze a real world environment using AI and decentralized infrastructure. So that is when Luminar started evolving into the idea of a video surveillance agent. And from there, we moved into the research phase where we began visiting different surveillance and camera companies, talking to distributors, and trying to understand how the industry actually works. We wanted to know how these systems are deployed, who their customers are, and what problems currently exist in the market. During one of these visits, we happened to meet Subhas Sharma. Subhas had been leading a CCTV hardware distribution company for years, and he had deep knowledge of the surveillance industry. We had multiple discussion with him about Luminar, what are our visions, the problem we wanted to solve, and where we thought this technology could go. Well, interestingly enough, many of the ideas we were talking about were very similar to things he had been thinking about for years as well. So, in a way, it felt like a perfect alignment of vision. After that, we started working together more closely. But as we kept exploring the surveillance industry, we realized that the field of surveillance industry is very broad. So, if we wanted to build something meaningful, we needed to focus in a specific problem. So, that's when he pointed us towards VMS, the video management system. And in the surveillance industry, most cameras require their own specific VMS. If you buy a camera from one manufacturer, then you usually need to use their own specific software to manage them. So this just creates a huge fragmentation of a problem, like different camera, different system, different platform, they don't talk to each other. So we asked ourselves a question like, what if we build the VMS that works with all cameras? A universal system, right? So a platform that could unify the surveillance infrastructure while also adding an AI, plus making it decentralized. So that idea eventually became what Luminar Network is today. We started as a simple neighborhood safety score that evolved step by step through conversation, our research, meeting right people at the right time, and that's how Luminar was born. So that was a little bit of our history. So now that you know the background, why we decided to choose Bittensor community.
Yes, another big question, why build this on Bittensor? For us, Bittensor is one of the few ecosystems that's really designed around decentralized intelligence. Well, it has this subnet architecture where different networks can focus on specific areas, and for Luminar, that focus is video intelligence and real world perception. Now, what makes this really interesting is the incentive system. So instead of one company building and controlling all the models, Bittensor lets people from all over the world contribute and improve the models as well as compete to produce the best outputs. The network then rewards the most useful contributions. This fits really well with what we are trying to do. So video analytics is constantly changing, as we all know. There are always new environments, new objects, and new behaviors to detect. A decentralized network of contributors can improve these systems much faster than a small internal team. Another big reason here is also alignment. Bittensor is basically creating a marketplace for intelligence, and Luminar brings real-world demand into that marketplace through our VMS clients and deployments. So in a way, if you were to say, the subnet becomes a bridge between decentralized AI contributors and real-world industry use cases. So simply putting this all together, Bittensor provides the decentralized intelligence and incentive layer, while Luminar brings the real-world infrastructure and the revenue side of things.
Let's move on. So let's start with a simple way to think about Luminar. At its core, Luminar is all about turning video infrastructure into a real actionable intelligence. We see cameras everywhere, right? Recording 24/7, but we only review it after something has already happened, right? So we have come so far with AI that this system, it just feels outdated. So what Luminar does is, instead of just recording video, our system can understand what's happening in real time. Well, it is detecting faces, it can detect license plate, crowd, workplace activities, you name it. It's a layer, agentic AI intelligence on top of existing video infrastructure through a decentralized Bittensor subnet. So the vision here is pretty straightforward. Take the massive global video infrastructure that already exists and turn it into a decentralized intelligence layer, which is powered by Bittensor. Now, another key part of Luminar that is that we are revenue first. Unlike others, we are built around an existing business layer, which is VMS. As we have already talked about, it is a software layer that companies use to manage and monitor their camera infrastructure. So we already work with real clients and real deployments. Now, the key idea here is that the subnet isn't operating in isolation. It is connected to an external revenue stream. So now that revenue supports the development of network. In simple term, instead of just relying only on token emission, Luminar is designed so that the real world demand for video intelligence feeds the value back into the subnet. Now more on VMS and its implementation. What are our market? I think Shivas here would be the best person to describe it.
So, firstly, I would like to talk about the VMS. It's actually the software brain of the surveillance infrastructure to connect the cameras, to manage the video streams, and record the stories, record the footage, and allows the operation to monitor. Almost in every deployment, you can see that either it is in the airport or smart cities or residential environment, it is relies on the VMS to manage the camera in the network. Most VMS platform has not been changed significantly. They all are working in the vendor-centric ecosystems. where all the analytics and intelligence are tied to specific hardware brands or proprietary platforms. If the organization want to add any new analytics, then they often have to change or upgrade the whole hardware or migrate to the different vendor ecosystem. So there are many companies who are recently dominating the market in the VMS. Some of them are like a milestone systems. There another is the Hikvision, Dawas Technology, the Trazir, and the Arcadian. So these all are the some companies who are just capturing the market within the closed and centralized ecosystem. So instead of embedding the intelligence directly inside the camera or the proprietary systems, Luminar separates the architecture into the different layers. The Luminar plant is as three layers. One is the camera layer, another is the VMS layer, and at the top of the all there is the one agent based intelligent layer. Camera layer is used just to uh, as a visual sensor, which is used to capture the physical environment, and the VMS infrastructure layer is used to handle the video engagement and manage the streaming, storage, and also manage the cameras. Whereas the agent-based intelligent layer in Lumina, the analytics are not locked within the VMS system. So we can deploy the independent AI agent to analyze the video stream in any cameras. For example, if in the periphery there are many cameras, then the one can use the one camera to just for the live monitoring, and another camera they can use for the intrusion detection. Similarly, they can deploy the agent of the vehicle detection in another camera. So every camera independently has their own agent which works as intelligent. The current market, the global market of the VMS is currently very big, very huge, which is estimated around the $20 billion in the 2025, and it is also projected it will go over the $120 billion till 2035 due to the AI analytics and the smart cities and the larger scale security infrastructure. So it is increasing day by day. The main thing is that the Luminar is not competing with camera manufacturing companies directly, instead of which the Luminar positioning itself as an intelligence layer on the top of the existing camera infrastructure. So even capturing the 1% of this market, I think we could represent hundred of the billions of the dollars in the opportunity. So to get that market, we have some roadmap. In our first year, we are focusing on building the foundation of the Luminar ecosystem, where we'll develop the core Luminar VMS platform. We develop the agent deployment framework. We will also launch some of the initial AI agents, such as the object detection, face detection, intrusion detection, face recognition, which open the platform for the developers to build the additional analytics modules also. So the goal in the first year is to establish a working intelligence ecosystem around the video infrastructure. Over the next 5 years also, we have the Luminar aims to evolve into the comprehensive visual intelligence platform capable of supporting large scale real world applications, where we will focus on smart city analytics, intelligent traffic system analytics, real time accident detection, public safety analytics, industrial monitoring, enterprises operational intelligence. So the ultimate goal of the Luminar is to transform cameras from passive recording devices into the intelligence systems. So camera across the whole, the cities, industries, and organization will become the part of the intelligent video network. So in the future, surveillance infrastructure will no longer be just about the recording the video. It will become a powerful platform for the real world intelligence and decision supporting.
Well, now the most important thing is what the community can expect now. At like what's actually happening on the development side right now, and what you can expect next. So The very first view of our landing page will be completed by this Monday. The plan is to make it live on Monday. This will be the first public-facing window into Luminar where people can clearly understand what we're building and how the network works. Alongside that, the subnet architecture is already completed. This should wrap up by Monday as well. Things are moving quickly behind the scene, and we are all very excited to start sharing more with the community very soon. Well, this was just a short introduction video. We will be doing a lot of AMAs and podcast in the near future. Well, thank you.